Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my last video of 2025 and I thought, oh well, like I could do a little bit different for the last video. Like I could share what I've learned throughout the year in terms of like my life and everything. And I was like, oh, I could share it with my family, you guys. So that's what this video is about today. It's about wrapping up 2025, just talking about what we've learned, what we're going to do differently in 2026, how our goals are going to look like, our consistency level, all of that. That's what we're going to talk about today. But before we go into the video, I want to thank you guys so much for being patient with me, for liking the video, subscribing. Guys, I love you so much. So this year I've learned so much, but I'm gonna start with self-love. This year opened so many doors that I didn't know were contributing to how I look at myself. So you know how self-love, we tend to concentrate on how we look, how we dress, our makeup, all of that. It is important. It is actually important, but there's so many brackets that we tend to like, it's not a big deal, like it's not a big thing, like how you think, like how you talk to other people, what you eat, how you take care of your body in terms of like exercising, in terms of like complimenting yourself, like how you walk. Do you walk that way because you saw someone walking that way? Just being in your own body, you know what I mean? Like I had to learn that this year, like last year, you know what I mean? And I was like, dang it, and I was like, okay, all of this contributes to my self-love, loving my hair, loving my nails, just looking out for myself. Like how do I talk to somebody else, because whatever you let out is a reflection of what is inside you. If I'm speaking to somebody with disrespect, with anger, with disgust, that's how I feel deep inside my body. No matter how gorgeous I look, whatever that's coming out is a reflection of who I am. It's a reflection of how I see myself, how I love myself. So hopefully next year, guys, we're gonna do better. We're gonna work on our minds, our thoughts. What do we think about when you go to bed? What are you thinking about? What are your thoughts? Like, what are you planning? You understand? How do you speak to other people? No matter how you're feeling, no matter how your day is going, like how are you letting it all out? Are you in control of your emotions? Are you in control of your thoughts? Are you in control of what you eat? Are you in control? So that's what we learned. And on that as well, I did learn a lot in terms of my spiritual journey. Guys, I did mention when I started my video, like the first video, that I'm a Christian. So I am a believer. That was 100%. I'm 100% believer. But there's certain things that I used to do that I just thought, like I believe in God, I love him. Things like I wouldn't pray in the morning, not because I don't want to pray, but sometimes I just wake up in a rush, go to work, and then just carry on with my day, come back, I'm exhausted, I'm like, oh my God, I'm so exhausted, and I go to bed. Or when I'm in my car, I'll just be like, oh my God, thank you, Lord, for today, please God guide me, da 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 da. I was in a rush, like I was just rushing life, and it just came to me like, he is supposed to protect me. I'm supposed to let him know that, God, I've woken up, what do you want me to do today? God, I've come back home, no accident, no drama. It is to you, like I'm giving glory to you, Lord. Like my fasting level, fasting isn't about just starving yourself. It's about like, it's a commitment. It's a sacrifice. You're like, I'm just going to be fasting. I'm going to be reading my word. I'm going to be journaling. I'm going to be speaking to God. Like it's a sacrifice, and I didn't make those sacrifices. I just thought, oh my God, he should understand, I've got a busy life, I've got a busy schedule. I'm not thinking about it. Like I'm not saying, okay, I don't want to pray. I'm just waking up and I'm just jumping into a day that's already ahead of me. I was like, no matter how much I'm in a rush, like he's in a rush. Like, look, we've got so much people around the world that believe him, but he doesn't forget me. He doesn't say, oh, I was in a hurry to help somebody in Wayala, so like I just forgot about you. He doesn't do that. He looks after me, he guides me, he protects me, he still shows up for me. So why can't I do the same? I mean, if I say I love him, why is my love not showing? How do you show somebody you love them? Why am I not doing it to God? You know, and I was like, reading the word of God, just reading the word and understanding it, not just like going through Psalms and I'm like, I've read the Psalms, like actually going through the Bible or reading the book of Genesis. You need to understand, how it went, all of that. You need to read it. Reading Psalms, the cries of mercy, how to give thanks to God, all of that. You need to read the book. You need to read Lot, like what happened to him, what did he do, like how did it go, understanding it. There's a difference between just reading it because you want to read the word than reading it because you want to understand it, you want to learn. So I was like, okay, yeah. So that's something I did learn in 2025, and oh my god, this was like the hardest category to learn in 2025, which is friendships. And that's why I was so passionate when I did record the video about friendships. If you haven't watched it, please go and watch it. So in terms of friendship, I did learn a lot about myself, about how I choose friends, about how I show up for my friends, about how to let go of friends that just don't, not in a hateful way or in a way that you're like, oh my god, we're enemies now, like I can't stand you, but in a way that our friendship has expired. It's no longer serving the purpose. What are the purpose of friendships? You're showing up for each other because both of you are healed, both of you are complete. I have given it to myself that I'm able to give it out to you. Like I have done something for myself and I'm doing something for you. But if I'm not whole, if I've got issues and that person has got issues as well, then the friendship is not serving its purpose. We are all blaming each other. Like, oh, you didn't show up for me. And it's just like, oh, you didn't show up for me. Oh, you don't love me. Oh, you don't love me. You don't compliment me. You don't even understand I'm going through shit. Like, it's always clashing because both of us are in the wrong place. I learned that as well. And I learned to not choose friends because of how they make you feel. But you need to choose friends that stand right by you. Anyone can just make you feel good. Like it's just a moment, it's just a phase, just feelings change. You need to look at the attributes. What are you looking for? Do you want somebody that can actually tell you the truth and say, hey, I don't think this is a good decision, before they tell the whole world? Do you want somebody that's like, hey, I think we need to start up a business and do that? Like somebody who is ready to grow with you. Not somebody who's like, I don't want you to grow way taller than me. Somebody who's just always initiating things that don't make you grow as a person, that just like, oh, YOLO, we only live once. We do live once, but there's certain ways to live that one life. So I did learn that as well, and I did learn to let go of things that don't serve the purpose. I did learn that the hardest way. I wouldn't lie. I learned that the hardest way. I was the person who would hold on to people because of what memory we have shared or how I feel about them. Like if I care about somebody, I'm holding on to that person because of the care that I have for them. No matter how much damage that person is doing to me, I didn't say it. I was just holding on because I love that person. It was me. I was holding on because I was like, oh my god, you're my friend, I love you, you are my person. But then that person has already let go. That person doesn't value me anymore. They don't love me, they don't care. But I was holding on. I was like, you can't go, you're my friend, you can go, you can't. But then that was doing more damage than letting go. So I had to learn that it's fine. It's not the end of the world. You understand? They're friends for every level, for every chapter in life. You can be lucky enough to have one friend that carries you to all the chapters, but sometimes life works like that. You can't carry them to another chapter. They can't carry you to another chapter. Sometimes you are the big friend, and you have to swallow it and say, well, like, I'm just being the damage to this person, and you have to let them go. Sometimes that person is damaging you, and you've got to stop. No matter how much you want the friendship to work, if it's not working, let it go, because holding on to it is doing more damage to you. If you're holding on to something that doesn't love you, it causes so much trauma, so much anxiety, so much instability. Like, your emotions are always all over the place, because you're wondering, oh my god, what are they thinking today? Why did they go out to matcha without me? Why did they go to coffee without me? You're always all over the place. Oh my god, they posted that person. Why did they post that person? Your emotions are all over the place because you're not secured. You know that this person doesn't value me the way I value them. So anytime, any day, they're gonna leave. Why put yourself in that position? Why put yourself in unnecessary trauma? All right, so that's what I learned about friendship. And I learned also to show up for my friends. It's not always about me. It's not always about how I feel. It's not always about, oh, I'm having a bad day, they should understand me. I want to go out, they should understand me. It's a two-way. It's a two-way street. I have to show up for them. I have to understand them. The same way I want them to understand how I feel is the same way they want me to understand how they feel. You understand? It's a two-way street. I have to show up for my friends, no matter how bad it is. I have to communicate, like, babes, or my guy, this is what I'm feeling. I'm not in a good space. I'm sorry that I'm not there this time, but I'm not in a good space. It gives them the knowledge that, okay, my friend is going through tough times, so they will know. But if there's no communication, if I'm not showing up, if I'm not communicating, if I'm just saying, oh, you don't care, oh, you don't love me, or this what shit show, like, if I'm just doing that, I'm draining all my friends, because they're gonna get exhausted, because they keep following me up. Oh, what's going on, babes? What's going on, babes? They'll get tired, man. They will get tired. And then you keep saying, oh, I keep losing my friends. You're not losing them. They're just tired. They've reached their breaking point because of how you act, because of how you don't communicate, because of how you put everything on everybody, because of how you dump all your baggage on everybody, because you just can't handle your emotions. So I did learn that as well, that I have to show up for my friends. I have to be a good friend before I ask them to be good friends to me. Okay? And then moving on, relationships. I don't know. I don't think I have anything to say on relationships. I think we've learned enough. In terms of relationships, honestly, this is not because I've experienced it firsthand. I've seen, I've heard, and I was like, oh my God, when are we gonna learn? Yeah, so in terms of relationships, I don't know. In terms of relationship, I just did learn, don't get into a relationship if you're not ready. Please don't get into a relationship if you're not ready, because you're gonna traumatize us. Don't date a guy because you like him. Please, if you need to survive 2026, don't do that to yourself. Don't just do that. Please don't. And please don't love. I'm going to speak mostly to girls, because I'll explain later. Don't love a man more than you love yourself. I beg you in the name of Jesus. Please don't. Please don't. Love is supposed to be felt. It's not a boxing ring. Like, love me, please. No, it's not like that. So please, girls, please, I beg you, I'll beg you, I could go on my knees now. Don't. And don't be desperate for a relationship. The moment you're desperate, you attract anything. When I say anything, I mean unhealed men, abusive men, men that hate you. You attract anything but good men. So don't be desperate. You know what? I don't know who or why or when they said you should get married by a certain age. I've seen so much pressure in women that they just end up with anything, like a riffraff. They just, because they're like, oh, I've gone so old, like, you know, look at me, look at my age, man, you know, you can get married at 40. Trust me, you can get married at 40. I think it's better to get married at 60 than to get married at 28 to a man that hates you. And you learn that after you've given birth to kids. So look, now you have created two beautiful things that are not going to enjoy the world because they don't have a dad. Clearly they don't, because that thing that you decided to settle with is not a dad. It's not, I don't know what it is. It's just a speech. It's just one, it's another chromosome that you're living with. It's not a man, it's not a dad. But you brought that upon yourself because you just wanted to get married. Like, I want to get married. Don't be desperate. If a good man finds you, be a good woman and everything will work out. But one thing I'm begging you not to do, a pick me shot. A pick me, desperate, don't do that. If somebody wants you, you will know. You know that song, when you know, that one. Yes, when you know, you know. You don't have to be told. We don't have to come and whisper in your ears and say, hey babes, I think that nigga wants you. You will know. You will actually know. You will know. So please, in 2026, love what loves you. I beg you. And as for men, I don't know what to tell them, honestly, because I know that there's certain men out there that are victims of horrible women. I know. I'm not going to dismiss that. I know, and I'm sorry that you're dating women that are not healed from their past relationships or their family trauma, all of that. I'm sorry, but in 2026, love something that loves you back. I know as a man you have to put the step forward and you have to ask and do all of those formalities, but if you're not getting it back, leave. We all have that. We all have that, you know, of living. Leave. Always be ready to step. I mean, I get it, you want somebody, but if it's killing you instead of building you, you've got to step. You have to. Really, you have to. And lastly, what I've learned this year is to leave. I get it, we've got to go to work, we've got to go to uni, we've got to do all of that, we've got to leave. And when I say leave, living is doing the things that you like, not the things that are trending. Do you hear me? Not the things that are trending. Maybe for you, living is actually going to the museum, going to see some art, you know, doing some painting. Maybe that's you living. Please do that in 2026. 2026, we are fulfilling our goals. If you haven't done a vision board, please do it. Visualize your future. There's nothing amazing as visualizing the future, because when you visualize something, you're believing. Faith, you're believing. So I hope you all have visualized 2026 to be a beautiful year of you living for yourself, of you being a kind, good human being. No matter what you faced, I know you've faced so much things, you've been through hell, but please, I beg you, please, 2026, live for yourself. I hope we're gonna be seeing each other more often. I promise we're gonna be seeing each other more often. This is my first, so hopefully it's gonna be a lot more. And 2026, I'm thinking of expanding, and I'll probably be posting on TikTok as well. Not get readies with me, no, I'm not that comfortable with the camera, but yeah, I'm gonna be posting as well, but I'm gonna be posting a lot more on YouTube because I just love YouTube. Yeah, so I'm going to be posting a lot more advices, yes, but we're gonna be talking in general. Like, we're just gonna be talking, you know, we're gonna be letting out our thoughts. I will probably bring back the anonymous thing, but please, guys, don't abuse it. I beg you, please don't abuse it. If you abuse it again, I'll close it down. So yeah, so I'll see you guys, and thank you so much for watching. Please, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video, and happy new year. Damn.